Sonic's Greenhouse Adventure Season 2, Chapter 12, Meeting the Tallest. Sonic's point of view.
We were in the kitchen and me, Shadow, and Zim had just finished explaining the possession virus to Longclaw, Pretzel Mom, and Donut Dad.
Oh, Sonic. Zim, how do we stop this?
Pretzel Mom asked desperately as tears fell down her face. However, before Zim could reply, there was a knock at the door.
I'll get it.
Shadow said as he exited the kitchen.
When Shadow opened the door, he saw it was Professor Membrane. Seeing him caused a scowl to form on Shadow's face. Shadow was still furious at the professor for what he did.
What do you think you're doing here? And how did you get our address?
I came to sincerely apologize for trying to study that owl.
Very well, come in.
Shadow said reluctantly as he allowed for the professor to enter the house.
So Shadow, who was at the door?
It was Professor Membrane, and he has something he needs to tell us.
Sonic instinctively got behind Longclaw since he was freaked out by what Professor Membrane attempted to do.
Look guys, I'm so sorry for what I almost did. I didn't realize you guys were innocent. However, is there a way I could still learn about you all? I just can't help but be fascinated by you all.
Alright, we'll tell you what we know so far, because I'm still learning about myself. Like for instance, I discovered a new ability a few days after my 14th birthday. I also am still learning to control the powers I already had before that, let alone this new one.
So once the professor was satisfied, he said goodbye and went back home to reconcile with Dib and Gaz.
So Zim, what were you going to say before the professor showed up?
Well, I can't do it, but some doctors on Urk might. Meet me after school tomorrow and you'll get to meet Urk's amazing leaders, the almighty tallest. All of you should be there, so the information will only need to be explained once.
Oh, that's going to be so interesting.
Sonic said excitedly as Zim left the house. Later that night, Sonic started having another dream about Tamisra. Tamisra was in the main room of her base with Dr. Robotnik, Jade, and Veronica.
Alright, time to make your partnership with us official. You must sign this blood contract, and you'll officially be in the club. That includes you, Dr. Robotnik. I need a guarantee that your loyalty lies with me.
Tamisra said as she handed the contract to them.
So do you mean a literal blood contract?
Yes, I do. There's no turning back, unless you're backing out right now.
Of course not.
Veronica said seriously and used her blood to sign it. Then Jade and Dr. Robotnik followed suit.
Welcome to the club.
Tamisra said playfully. Then they screamed in horrible pain as ominous red crescent moon symbols appeared on the palm of their right hand.
Huh? What did you do to us?
It's just a part of joining me. So don't you even dare try and backstab me, or else those symbols will cause you to feel horrible pain. Now, meet me after school tomorrow and we'll discuss our next move.
Tamisra said seriously as Jade and Veronica left her base. That's when Sonic woke up.
Oh no, I've got to tell everyone about this.
Sonic exclaimed a little too loudly. Shadow was woken up by it and dashed to Sonic's bedside.
Sonic, what is it?
Shadow asked seriously but gently as well because he could see Sonic was shaken up again.
Tamisra was in her base with not only Eggman, but also Jade and Veronica. They wanted to join Tamisra and sign a blood contract. Then once it was signed, they screamed in pain as a red crescent moon symbol appeared on their right hands, in their palms. I get a bad feeling from that symbol. I think it's going to be the very symbol that Tamisra is planning to arc me with during phase 2 of this virus.
Oh, you're right. Everyone does need to be told about this. Shh, it's going to be okay, Sonic. We'll cure you of this way before it gets to phase 2.
Shadow said as he comforted his little brother in the only way he could. Meanwhile, at the Membrane household, Dib couldn't sleep, so he decided to call Agent Dark Booty and update him on what's been going on.
Hello, Agent Mothman. What's bothering you enough to be up at this time?
I just couldn't sleep. Then I realized I haven't told you anything in the last few days. Trust me, this update is important. Someone from Zim's past has arrived on Earth and put a horrible curse on Sonic called the possession virus. Her name is Tamisra. Also, Dr. Robotnik is back and has joined Tamisra since they're both targets are Sonic. Zim is on truce while he helps get Sonic free of it.
Oh wow, that sounds pretty bad. I wish you all luck with that. Also, maybe after you're done solving this crisis, I could meet these alien friends of yours because I've been rather curious.
Thanks, and sure, that sounds great, Agent Dark Booty. Well, I have to get some sleep, so Agent Mothman out.
Dib said happily and then went back to bed. The next day, in the girls' locker room, Tamisra was talking to Jade and Veronica quietly.
So guys, I made a decision to move on to phase 2 of Sonic's possession virus. Oh wait, I didn't explain that, did I? Well, I'll just launch the information into your brains.
Tamisra said in a hushed voice and used her dark powers to do just that.
Whoa, you're right, Tamisra. It is brilliant. I can't wait to see the look of terror on his face when he arrives at school tomorrow.
Veronica nodded in agreement.
Glad to hear that, but don't talk about it in public. It'll ruin the surprise.
You got it, Tamisra.
Jade said quietly as she winked. Then they went back into the gym. Sonic's point of view.
It was after school, and so me and Shadow went to our house so we could teleport the whole family to Zim's base all at once.
So are you ready, Mom and Dad and Longclaw?
Yes, let's go.
Pretzel Mom replied as we all gathered around Shadow so that we would all be teleported with him.
Chaos Control!
Shadow exclaimed, and then we appeared in front of Zim's base.
Whoa, this place certainly looks interesting.
No kidding, Tom.
Then we walked up to the front door and rang the doorbell. The door was opened by Zim.
Ah, good, you're all here. Please follow me to the main computer room.
Zim said as we followed him.
11 minutes later, they arrived in the main computer room.
Computer, patch me through to the tallest.
Yes, Sim.
Then the tallest appeared on the large computer screen.
Oh, Zim, what do you want now?
My tallest, I have a family I need you to meet. So say hi to the Wachowskis.
Zim said as he moved out of frame to allow the tallest to see the family.
Hi, I'm Tom and this is my wife Maddie.
Shadow the Hedgehog, the ultimate life form, and the oldest child.
I'm Longclaw the godmother.
And I'm Sonic the Hedgehog, the fastest thing alive, and Shadow's younger brother.
Sonic said excitedly as his tail wagged at meeting the leaders of another alien species.
It's nice to meet you all, but why do we need to meet the Wachowskis, Zim?
Because Sonic needs your help. You see, Tamisra is back and infected Sonic with her possession virus. He's thankfully still in phase 1.
Also, Jade and Veronica signed a blood contract to join Tamisra in my dream last night.
That's not good at all. Zim, bring them to the Urk medical ward as fast as you can.
Yes, my tallest. Invader Zim signing off.
Zim said as he saluted and the transmission ended. Sonic's point of view.
I thought for a moment when a brilliant idea came to me, so I dashed at top speed to my balcony to grab 2 rings, then dashed back. Guys, how about we use my portal rings to get there? Zim, all you have to do is think about the place you want to go, and then throw it. I offered as I handed the ring to Zim.
That's amazing, Sonic. Gur, get in here. We're going to Urk immediately.
Zim screamed and Gur flew into the room excitedly, then zoomed through the ring and we ran through the portal. When we arrived on Urk, my jaw dropped. I looked at my family and saw they were the same way. Whoa, this place is so amazing, Zim, was all I could say as Zim began to lead us to where the tallest were.
Indeed it is. We have an empire after all.
Shadow's point of view.
20 minutes later, we saw the tallest, and boy did they have that title for a reason. They were even taller than Mom and Dad.
Whoa, that was fast.
Tallest Purple said as we stood before them.
You can thank Sonic for that.
How fascinating. Well, doctors, hurry and get Sonic ready to be cured.
Tallest Red said as some Urkin doctors ushered Sonic into one of the rooms.
Now, I don't mean to alarm you, but our methods might not be powerful enough to do it.
So what do we do if it doesn't work? I asked very seriously, for I needed to know that there was a plan B.
Yes, but let's save it until we know if it's even necessary.
That allowed me to calm down, so we all took a seat on a nearby bench to wait patiently.
An hour later, Sonic returned with a doctor next to him, and they both had sad looks on their faces.
My tallest, I'm afraid we have to go to Plan B.
The doctor said sadly.
Wait, What's plan B?
Sonic asked as his family and Zim walked up to him.
It's as cheesy as it sounds, true love.
So, Sonic, is there anyone you're interested in? They might be the key to your recovery.
Tallest Purple asked with a sly smirk on his face. Sonic immediately started blushing as he realized where this was all going.
Well, it's complicated, but I think I do.
We'll talk more about this at home.
Shadow said as he winked knowingly at Sonic. Then Sonic pulled out the second ring and opened a portal to Zim's space.
Well, thank you, my tallest. I will keep you updated with the Tamisra situation.
Zim said right before following the Wachowskis through the portal.